Insane, you make me crazy, insane, that's how I feel, insane, you make me crazy, insane, that's how I feel.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Dysfunction Junction. I'm your host, Kim, and thanks for coming back. Thanks for listening. I've been recording the second episode. This is like my third time. It is not as easy as it sounds to sit here in a room and just talk to yourself. It's actually pretty difficult. But thanks for coming back anyway. Thanks for taking a chance on me and coming back and listening again. My first episode was just a brief synopsis of, who I am and what I'm doing. And I'm just going to elaborate a little bit more on that. I am a married mom with 5 kids. They range in ages of 20 years old to 2. My youngest will be 3 in March. I am a Christian woman, but I am a very new Christian woman. I'm a little baby Christian. So if I say anything that people out there think is offensive and think that a Christian woman wouldn't say, just save it. We're not supposed to judge. It's not up to us to judge. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I am not perfect. So I'm almost positive that I'm going to say something that's going to offend somebody at one time or another. But hey, that's what makes me me. Like I said, I have 5 kids. And yes, before you ask, are those all yours? Yes, they're all mine. They're mine, ours, and somebody else's. And I will get into that another time. But there is something that I wanted to talk about today. I have a daughter. She's 11. For the most part, she's a wonderful girl. But I'll tell you, I would much rather raise boys than raise girls any day, at least for me. I find boys a lot less maintenance. Girls are so much more drama. My boys, you ask your boys, hey, boys, what did you do today? Nothing. No, nothing. Did you, anything happen at school today? Nah. I asked my daughter, hey girl, how was school today? Oh my God. Oh my God. Willow said I was fat and lunch was disgusting. And Jennifer had on the ugliest shoes I have ever seen. I mean, who wears that? I want to change schools. I can't. And you think I'm kidding. This is a true story. Okay, this actually happened. But I digress. So like my daughter's 11. She's in 5th grade and she's been digging us for, social media. She's wanted a YouTube channel. She's wanted a Facebook account. She's wanted the Musical.ly and the Twitter and all that stuff. And the whole thing just makes me uncomfortable. I don't think that a girl her age should be on social media. Now, granted, I'm sure there's probably going to be a point in time where I share a video on my Facebook page or my website or, my Instagram and stuff. But there's a difference when you have a website that is generated at family, I think. And then, a website or a YouTube channel where there's just a little girl there. And you have all these creepers that are there and, staring. And I know, look, I get it. Not that they can't go to my website or my Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and ogle, her there. Ogle. Is that a word? Ogle? You know what I mean. Stare at her. But I think they're more apt to go to a private space, a private, webpage of a little girl where they feel that she's alone and they can make comments and they can, earn her trust. And anyway, either way, I just don't agree with it. It makes me uncomfortable. And I've always said no. Well, she finally, broke me down and, came to me and with all these lists of all of her friends that have one and, social media and we finally came with a compromise. I'll tell you what, we'll do the Instagram, but number one, it has to be private. And number two, you can only add people that, and I've seen her friends, when they, people that you may know, and I've seen a couple of her friends, they do have Instagram. So we decided on that. You can have an Instagram. It wasn't that long after I let her have it that something happened. I get a call not that long ago. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, that there was a problem. Actually, let me go back. I get a call from my daughter's counselor at her school. Like I said, she's 11. She's in 5th grade. And the counselor calls me. And of course I think, oh no, what happened? What did she do? And the counselor's like, don't worry, nothing is really that bad. She goes, I just want to let you know that your daughter came into my office. She's a little shooken up. And she wanted me to call you and tell you what happened because she's scared. So of course my mind goes straight to the worst, of course. And the counselor says that there was an incident on the bus with the Instagram and that apparently my daughter had added 2 boys that were quite a bit older than her, like 18, 19, 20. And they were, telling her things like she was beautiful and they wanted to be her boyfriend and things of those nature. So of course, most little girls are going to think that, oh my God, this older boy who thinks I'm so cute. So she added them and as her friends. Like, I don't know if I said that before. But then they started saying things to her that scared her, that were inappropriate. And we'll put it over the top is that one of these boys actually sent her a picture of his you-know-what. So she was scared. She went to the counselor. She told the counselor, she said she immediately blocked them, reported them to Instagram, but now she was scared. She didn't know what to do. She knew she had to tell me, and she wanted the counselor to be with her when she did that. Actually, she wanted the counselor to do it, and that's what happened. So anyway, to make a long story, probably, a little bit shorter, we talked about it. We discussed it. We put more restrictions on the Instagram. She lost her phone for a while. But now today, my husband gets a call from the bus driver. Now, we live in a tiny little town in Maine. My kids have ridden the same bus since my 20-year-old went to school. He said the same bus driver. This guy has seen my kids grow up. He knows our family. He calls my husband and says that there's talk on the bus that my daughter is looking at porn. And he says, at first, he wasn't going to say anything because, he was just figured it was little boys, just, talking smack or whatever. But I guess they've kept talking about it, about this picture. So I guess what happened, when Piper found my daughter, Piper saw these pictures. They were on the bus. They were looking at Instagram on the bus while they're driving to school. And I know she's 11. Why does she have a phone? I don't know. I'm a bad parent. What am I going to do? Okay. But they were on the bus and they had the Instagram and she was looking at the picture. Now, what would you do as an adult? If you're looking at the phone and all of a sudden you see this picture pop up on your phone, You're going to go, oh my God, look what this guy just sent me. And you're going to show it to your friend. Well, of course, that's what she did. And the little girl, like she should, went and told her mom what happened. Well, now, of course, that mom is telling her daughter, I don't want you sitting with Piper. I don't want you hanging out with her. Of course, now she thinks that my daughter is basically, I don't know, pushing the porn on the little kids on the bus, which is not what happened. But, you know, when you're not there, you have to, you know, take what your kid says. So now I have to call this mother and explain to her what happened. Explain to her, I really am a good mom, I swear. And basically beg for forgiveness. Look, if she doesn't want Piper to hang out with her daughter, if she still doesn't trust it, whatever, that's fine. There's nothing I can do about that. But I know that my daughter's a good kid. I know what happened. God knows what's happened. And that's all that really matters. And I'm sure there will be a time where her daughter does something that she's going to be embarrassed about. And I'm sure my daughter's going to do something else that I'm going to be embarrassed about. But we've all embarrassed ourselves, embarrassed our parents at one point or another. It happens. We're human beings. That's what we do. We mess up. We embarrass people. Move on. Boy, it sure is a lot harder to fill up 30 minutes on a podcast than I thought it was. I thought I'd be able to talk forever. I can't. So what else can I talk about? There was something else I was going to say, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, so please, leave a message on my Facebook, on my Twitter. Soon to be, we're going to be having a website up, pretty soon. Hopefully, before, these episodes go live, I will have a website. But leave me a message. Let me know, what has your kid done to make you feel like parent of the year? Please make me feel like, reassure me that I am not alone. Okay, that I am not the only parent in the world that is screwing up their kid one kid at a time. Jeez. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been talking for 12 minutes. I really want to push this to 30. So I'm hoping next time maybe we can get this podcast a little bit longer. If you like what you hear, okay, or you just want to make fun of me and have your friends laugh at me, that's okay. You can do that. I like to make people laugh. Share my podcast. Share it with your friends. Do not share it with DHS. Don't have them knocking at my door. But share it with your friends. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Instagram. Share it on whatever it is that you want to share it to. Okay? Also, I have a Patreon account. I know this is a really, really new podcast, and I'm not holding my breath to make any money on this at all, but it would be nice at some point to be able to bring a little extra income in for my family. I do have 5 kids to send to college. One of them is in college right now. Fingers crossed that he makes a lot of money because mama wants to retire. But if you would like to buy this old crazy woman a coffee, then please visit my Patreon account. Go to patreon.com and look me up under Dysfunction Junction and buy me a coffee. It's $1. Okay. I go to the local Cumberland Farms in my town and get a coffee for $1. I'm not rich. I don't go to Tim Hortons. We don't have Tim Hortons anymore. That sucks. I don't go to Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. If I do go to Dunkin' Donuts, I save that cup for as long as I can to make people think that I have cash. Okay. And that I go to Dunkin' Donuts often. I don't. That's a treat for me. Okay. I don't. So if you want to buy me a coffee, go ahead and go to patreon.com. Hook me up. It's $1 a month. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at DysfunkJunkMom. On Instagram, DysfunkJunk7. Somebody took the Dysfunction Junction tags, so I couldn't use that. So that's what I have to look for. or that's what you have to find me under. You can find me at Dysfunction Junction on Facebook. I'm thinking about doing a YouTube. Not 100% sure on that. I'm hoping that when these, episodes go live, that you can find me on the iTunes, and you're going to find me at Spreaker, So as soon as these go live, you'll be able to find all of these links on my Facebook page and the show notes and all the other good jazz. I've been talking for 15 minutes. Let's hope next time I can make this episode a little bit longer. All right. Hit me up. Let me know what your kids have done to embarrass you. Let me know what you did to embarrass them. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening to episode number 2 of Dysfunction Junction. Bye, guys.
Insane. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Insane. You make me crazy. Make me crazy. Insane. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.